Go straight to our traders who have been watching all of this at the New York Stock Exchange. And I know you guys sometimes bristle when we make a big deal of what Goldman puts on a list and suddenly everything jumps. It's a little bit of a move that we often see. But Scott Bauer, give it to me first. Do you look at these names and think Goldman's list is a good one? Or do you say, wait a minute, it's missing X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, I think you have to take a step back here because there are a couple names that I do like. Now, I'm not seeing 60% potential gains, but let's look at Tapestry and Tiffany, okay? Both of them, if there's any sort of economic recovery, worldwide, especially coming out of Asia, these stocks are going to benefit. However, with Tiffany, Goldman Sachs actually just downgraded that stock in January. Their PE is a little rich.
What?
It's about 22.
Yeah.
Yes. But the bottom line is their bottom line continues to go up. So I like Tiffany a lot. I'm not sure I see 60%. In terms of Tapestry, same thing. If we get some economic growth coming out of the rest of the world and Asia, I like it a lot. The company just lowered their own expectations in February. They pay a great dividend. I do like the upside in Tapestry. PG&E, PCG, forget it. I totally disagree with them.
Why?
You know what? There's way too much uncertainty due to bankruptcy and also due to the $30 billion liabilities they have from the wildfires, unfortunately. So I think there's just way too much uncertainty there.
Well, that's the thing. I said it was a bit of a head scratcher, but there might be some risk and upside reward. Teddy, Scott just pointed something out. 1 minute, as in January, well, it's three months ago, but January, you've got the same financial institution warning about a stock, and now a couple of months later they're saying buy, buy, buy. What should our viewers interpret from that?
Well, that's why they put erasers on pencils, Liz. And anybody can change their mind. But I would say in terms of the list, you can agree or disagree. I think what's interesting about the list, it makes a pretty positive statement about where they see the U.S. and the world's economies going next year, which is really kind of at odds with what the negative pundits are telling us, certainly about the U.S. economy and our observations about the world's economies. And I think the one stock that is particularly interesting, and it happens to be a stock that we also own, is Freeport-McMoRan. Because that's a pure commodity play, the world's biggest copper producer. And if that stock is going to do better, the world's economies are going to do better. And I think that's a very interesting stock worth paying attention to.
Does anybody use pencils anymore, Jeff? Of course they do. Jeff, let me jump in here and say that Teddy talks about the economy. We just got that ADP number, which is often a precursor to the major government jobs report coming out on Friday for March jobs. 129,000 jobs were added. Listen, any six-figure number looks good, but I think that number was a miss. And I believe it's at a 18-month low. So what do you make of that and weave it into these Goldman names?
I don't know. I think the sense out there that I get from talking to people as well as economists is that there's still strong economic footing. People still feel very positive about the economy. And I don't think there's anything really out there to change that. We're going to get some good news. We're going to get some bad news. But no, I think things are solid.
All right. And when you see 111% to an upside of a stock, wow. It's interesting. Again, risk. Let's not forget the risk there. Teddy, Scott, Jeff, good conversation. Thank you. We are 48 minutes away from the closing bell ringing. Walgreens getting squeezed again.